West and North Coast to benefit from major water project. Chief Magistrate confirms improved access to justice and first ever treasure hunt among new WCMF initiatives. Thank you for joining us on National Focus. I'm Lourianne Graham Carter.
And I'm Kimani. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Children, yell and tell if someone tries to abuse you. Tell until someone believes you and they do something about it.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Thank you for staying with us. A US $2.5 million water project is expected to benefit residents of the north and west coast of the island. On Wednesday, a ceremony was held to officially hand over pipes and fittings for the Northwestern Water Storage Tanks project to the Ministry of Water Resource Management. This project is being funded under the Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project, DVRP, through the World Bank. The Dominica Water and Sewerage Company is responsible for tender evaluations, making arrangements for offloading and storage of the materials. The Honorable Minister for Trade, Energy and Employment, Ian Douglas, spoke on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Water Resource Management, Reginald Austrie. Honorable Douglas noted this project is timely since there has been a water shortage, especially on the West Coast, due to the passage of Tropical Storm Erica. He revealed that government has spent millions on the rehabilitation of water systems around the island.
It has been no secret that this government has spent to date more than $120 million and probably even more if I were to catalog it and add it up properly, establishing catchment and water tanks and rehabilitating so many water systems all over Dominica.
He stated that government will continue to work collaboratively with DOWASCO to ensure that potable water is brought to all homes in Dominica.
The government and DOWASCO together and collaboratively continue to work hard under trying and difficult circumstances to rebuild a stronger, more resilient, more robust water sector which will continue to serve our people with reliable, consistent water supply for many years to come. And it's millions being invested, and I hope that everyone who will benefit from this service will be truly grateful.
Task Team Leader of the World Bank, Johannes Cassette, gave details about the project.
Through this project, 8 reinforced concrete water tanks with capacities ranging from 30,000 to 100,000 gallons will be built at a total value of approximately $2.5 million. The project is expected to provide access to clean water to more than 20 communities and benefit approximately 10,000 people. The procurement and arrival of these pipes and fittings is a major milestone for the project. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to let you know that activities for commencement of civil works are going well, and we hope that constructions will begin very soon. We expect that this will relieve the challenge of access to clean water in the north and west parts of the country.
Chief Engineer at DOWASCO, Magnus Williams, outlined the importance of the storage tanks.
Storage reservoirs play a key role in facilitating the reliability and consistency of water supply and provide the following functions. 1. Provide an emergency reserve during periods of water interruption from the source, such as during times of elevated turbidity levels or intake blockages as a result of heavy rainfall, or during periods of system maintenance or repair. 2. Provide a buffer during periods of peak demand when the water required by consumers exceeds the rate which can be accommodated by the supply pipeline from the source. 3. Provide reserve for fire protection. And 4. In extreme cases, provide drought mitigation when there is reduced output at the water source.
The storage tanks will be located in Montrachet, Colliho, Bioche, Picard, Glanvilla, Grange, Cottage and Seven Pie. The Northwestern Water Storage Tanks project is part of the West Coast Water Supply Project. This project is expected to be completed in 12 months.
A promise by the Honorable Justice Minister in August 2015 has been fulfilled largely to the satisfaction of the legal professionals of the island. Honorable Minister Rayburn Blackmore had pledged improved access to justice. On Tuesday, at the start of the 2016-2017 law year, Chief Magistrate Candia Carrett-George described the challenges which persisted as recently as late last year.
For a long time now, my predecessor was agitating for more magistrates and more courtrooms, a cry which I continued to echo. More office space was also being sought in an effort to have less cramped accommodation for staff. In response to these requests, towards the end of 2014, the court was allocated additional space on the ground floor of a building formerly known as the Tropicrafts Building, located on the corner of Independence Street and Turkey Lane. At this location, the court was able to secure the extra office space needed and also 2 courtrooms, one to which court number 3 was transferred and the other an additional courtroom to utilize as the court so desired. This additional courtroom became Magistrates Court number 4 and was used to host Rent and Coroner's Court. Court number 4, however, remained underutilized as the problem of insufficient magistrates persisted.
She then reported on improvements to the legal environment.
I am pleased to report that this year, Cabinet not only met our expectations by filling in the 2 magisterial vacancies which existed, but exceeded them by creating 2 additional magisterial positions. These positions have been filled in by Her Honor Magistrate Gail Royer, Her Honor Magistrate Pearl Williams, His Honor Magistrate Asquith Riviere, and His Honor Magistrate Hansel Valerie. This increase of magistrates has caused a paradigm shift in the Magistrates Court and will undoubtedly assist in reducing the enormous backlog of cases which exists.
These changes have also led to increased magisterial staff. The number now stands at 8, the largest contingent in the island's history. The Honorable Justice Minister announced earlier this year that these new positions will cost government an additional $300,000 every year. Chief Magistrate Carrett-George says the creation of additional courts has meant relief for both clients and professionals.
To properly utilize this increase, specialized courts have been created. Courts 1 and 2, based at the Bayfront, will continue to sit as criminal courts. His Honor Magistrate Bernard Paquette, His Honor Magistrate Asquith Riviere, and myself, the Chief Magistrate, will preside over the criminal courts. Courts 3 and 4, located at the court's Independence Street location, will sit as follows. Court 3 now deals with family matters, including juvenile, maintenance, and domestic violence matters from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. daily. Her Honor Magistrate Gloria Augustus presides over this court. His Honor Magistrate Hansel Valerie presides over the traffic court, which sits from 2 p.m. in court number 3. Court 4 sits as a criminal court from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and deals with simple summary and private criminal matters. Her Honor Miss Pearl Williams presides over this court. From 2 p.m., Court 4 sits as a civil court, with Her Honor Magistrate Gail Royer presiding. The 2 courts, which begin from 2 p.m., will sit beyond normal working hours into the evenings. This will facilitate members of the public who have difficulty getting time off from work.
She adds that the improvements have spilled over to the out-district courts as well. 2 additional sittings have been established in Grand Bay, 1 more in St. Joseph, and 1 in Castle Bruce. The Wesley courtroom is also now fully air-conditioned, providing a more comfortable environment for clients and staff. Magistrate Carrick George, however, solicits the patience of the public since teething problems are anticipated with these changes. Nevertheless, she extends thanks to the Honorable Justice Minister Rayburn Blackmore, his Permanent Secretary Davis Leighton, and Police Chief Daniel Carbon for their commitment to accomplishing these upgrades. You are watching National Focus. More when we return.
Let's have some fun, eh?
I'm not ready for your kind of fun yet.
But everybody else is doing it.
But I'm not everybody else. I'm me, and I want to do well in school.
Well, you definitely get an A for attitude.
I plan to get an A in life, and then I'll think of your kind of fun.
So what am I to do in the meantime?
You'll survive.
Say no when you're not ready. Use condoms when you are.
Welcome back. The island's Honorable Attorney General Levi Peter has revealed that the amended Sexual Offences Bill will be tabled in Parliament quite soon. According to him, the Cabinet of Dominica has discussed the finished document following consultation with a cross-section of society.
You may have heard that the government has been involved, engaged in discussions with various stakeholders. And you will be happy to know, I'm sure, that there is an amendment to the Sexual Offences Act, which will be going to Parliament shortly. I know that Cabinet is in session whilst I speak, and I anticipate that a date for the next Parliament and a date at which I would anticipate this particular piece of legislation will be tabled and debated will probably emanate from this meeting of Cabinet today.
He spoke directly to legal professionals on that subject.
That's something that I would hope that all of us as professionals, legal professionals in one way or another, will lend our support. Those who have to defend will obviously defend within the confines of the law. Those who have to prosecute, I would expect similarly to prosecute within the confines of the law. But the overall objective, of course, is to ensure that that type of offending that this piece of legislation is addressing is reduced, if not eliminated, from our society.
He was speaking at the opening of the new law year 2016-2017. The amended bill is available for perusal on dominica.gov.dm.
World Creole Music Festival consultant Val Coffey has announced that patrons of the 19th edition of the festival will get an opportunity to win tickets during the first ever Dominica Festivals Committee Treasure Hunt. This is among several new initiatives which the DFC has launched to make this year's festival bigger and better. He was speaking on Wednesday at the third press conference leading up to the festival.
There is going to be a massive promotion that we're going to be launching from the week of the 26th to the 30th. It's going to be a ticket treasure hunt where you're going to have to listen to the radio and of course be tuned to our Facebook page with our partners where we'll be putting clues. There are going to be a number of outlets in Roseau that are not traditionally ticket places that we sell tickets. They are going to be the ones that are going to be having this ticket special that will be available at a very attractive season ticket special price. But you have to find in that treasure hunt those outlets.
There will also be a special taxi booth following the festival for patrons. The consultant urged these taxi drivers and others hired by visitors to be on their best behavior.
We're hoping to have in front of Jay's bookstore be assigned as an area for, you know, after you're done in the festival, you want to get a special taxi to get to your hotel, to get to your home. We're hoping to work with the Combined Taxi Association to have some taxis be there so you can get a taxi to get back to your hotel or to your home. These are people that are very critical to the event process. We want you to understand that when we ask you to be a volunteer liaison officer or to be one of the bus drivers, we expect you to be drug-free, We expect you to have no criminal record. We expect you to be very trustworthy. So we really want to encourage those persons who are offering themselves, you know, because we don't want a situation where a bus driver is driving and he's under the influence of alcohol or marijuana, or he's smoking cigarette, or he decides to bring his girlfriend along and he's driving an artist, and then we have an unfortunate incident occur. So we really want everybody to be at the best behavior.
To vendors of the festival, you have this message.
We're asking you to pay special attention to the people that are sponsoring us, especially our beverage sponsors. We will have your contractual obligation allows you to only sell the products of the festival which are enshrined and supported and contracted by the Dominica Festivals Committee. So we expect you that you won't be selling any unauthorized products. Anybody who is working with the DFC, whether it's through the branding of or the sale of products, have to work within limitations that they have to get permission from the DFC. So we don't expect you to just on any evening just decide that you're choosing to sell a foreign product that is not in keeping with what we have. We will close down your bar.
GIS News will bring you more WCMF news in a subsequent newscast.
And finally, following the third press conference leading up to the 19th edition of the World Creole Music Festival, GIS's Credisha St. Louis sat down with WCMF promoter Leroy Wadix-Charles to find out more on regional promotions preceding the 3 nights of pulsating rhythms.
We are here with Mr. Leroy Wadix-Charles, who is a World Creole Music Festival promoter. Now, Mr. Charles, we know that you and your associate, Mr. Ezra Winston, recently came from the French Antilles promoting the World Creole Music Festival. Can you give us some feedback on what happened during that trip?
Well, in our 19-year history of producing the World Creole Music Festival, this year the French Antilles really embraced it better than any other year. I mean, the media partnerships have been really oozing of excitement. From as early as July, they started to actually promote the festival in the French Antilles heavily. Our adverts are rotating like 8 times on Prime Radio, RCI, one of our main partners, and even several partners or partnerships have been coming in where we cannot even accommodate, because normally we have a relationship where we accommodate some of those partnerships. So for a very long time we haven't received that sort of response from the French Antilles, and this will translate into numbers, because they are really interested in coming to Dominica for 3 reasons. One, they want to show solidarity to what has happened to us last year with the passage of the storm Erica. 2, the lineup this year, every single corner of Guadeloupe and Martinique, they love the lineup. And 3, they own the festival. We have a history of Creole music. The Kadas Lipso musicians made the name in the French Antilles. They have that relationship with Kadas and Zouk. You know, Zouk was later, transformed into, some people say bouillon. The elements are there, the Creole genres are interrelated, so they feel they are part of it, and history will tell us we were once owned by the French, and they really, have really engulfed this festival into something that is huge. It's an opportunity for them to come down and show true solidarity and endorse the World Creole Music Festival.
And you mentioned that some tickets have already been sold up there.
Well, in terms of the tickets from L'Express des Îles, we spoke to Mr. Didier Koff, and 9,000 seats will be available for the World Creole Music Festival season. And the impression he gave us last week is they are filling real quickly, faster than any other year. We are still 6 weeks before the festival, and already the response that they have been getting, they're contemplating putting on additional ships.
Right, and does the DDA see the arrival of our French neighbors as having significant economic impact on Dominica?
Absolutely, because when they come, they spend. First of all, they purchase tickets, they have a wonderful time, they go to the natural sites, they must pay head tax on the return. The travel agencies, or rather the taxi services, benefit because they normally tour the island. So the French visiting Dominica during that particular time is a perfect example of real cultural integration, and it is financially beneficial to our tourism product.
And then lastly, I know that you called on nationals to be on their best behavior during the World Creole Music Festival as it relates to our guests.
Well, one, we are inviting the world to the Nature Isle. We are known globally as the Nature Island of the world, and we should be exemplary. Whatever we do, we should try to be at our best behavior. We should try to have the place hygienic and clean as possible, and that's why it's important that if you invite people to come to your home, they have an impression that may be lasting. And you want, if it's for the first time that that visitor visits Dominica, that they live with an impression that they will go back to the French Antilles, tell their friends about it, and who knows, it will transform into scores and scores of their friends coming to actually, get that experience from Dominica.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's the English news. McPherson and Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le ministère de l'Éducation tient un workshop un jour qui mettait attention à ces enfants à l'école qui ont servi alcool. Le ministre a collaboré et puis Regional Beverage Alcohol Alliance, ensemble et puis Foundation for Advancing Alcohol Responsibility pour chaîne deuxième phase Ask, Listen and Learn Program. Programme ça là qu'a édité étudiants danger servi alcool. 5 écoles qui pour programme ça là. Dr. Jeffrey Blaise, député chef officier éducation Dominique.
Ministry of Education, content parce que nous avons 5 écoles qui ont commencé un programme. Le programme, nous avons un programme Ask, Listen, Learn, Classroom Champions. Là, nous avons les enfants de l'école, différentes stratégies ça servi pour empêcher servi alcool. Nous connaissons qui les enfants de l'école pas supposé ni rien pour faire avec alcool. Mais nous passons en acide avec dit ça. Nous ne pour faire cette que les enfants pas servir alcool, mais nous avons servi un différent approach pour ça. Nous avons servi ça, nous avons un proactive approach. Là, nous avons basé sur alternative strategy, ça nous avons alternative strategy pour ça empêcher rien pour faire avec alcool, avec bagaille comme ça.
Étudiants qui tapé bon moral pour développement ailleurs.
Nous avons montré les enfants bagaille comme cool setting, bagaille comme healthy lifestyle, contre cadavio, comment yo ça pousser cadavio avec treat koyo à une manière qui fait yo rester ça qui healthy, ça avec goal setting important pour les enfants à l'école parce que si yo ça set goals pour koyo ça yo les trouver at the future. Yo qui travaille pour faire certain qui ces bagages ça là yo achieve ces goals ça là, so ça est important. But also un autre aspect qui est important c'est base à l'école strategies pour ça nous qui minimize peer pressure et reduce peer pressure, so yo ça apprecier koyo comme individuel ça nous qui self esteem et veut ça dit pièce monde qui les fait bagaille qui pas bon moi pas faire ça.
Alors nouvelle on couille pour croyance en Dominique. Parole c'est la sortie du ministre de la Culture honorable Justin Charles qu'on nous en saison indépendance à présent.
Si on y a autant de violence dans le pays, nous ni moun ka blessé, nous ni moun ka nous à l'aise là, nous ni pour dépenser plus en l'hôpital. Si nous ni moun pas ka respecter moun, nous ni moun ka venir player, là yo senti pour yo ka dibiter négative contre nous because nous pas ka banle respect à moun supposé ni. Nous supposé ka bay service en dans manière nous que encourager moun vivre en place nous, là nous ka travail et vivre en pays là. Avec les gens qui aller dans côté où la moun ka travail avec mon ka dit si yo même comprendre travail là yo kan faire manière yo travail que souhait chaîne yo en travail a ben que lage yo que apprécier et ben mettre pli en dans travail là yo ka faire ou si poser bas travail pour les moun constamment quitter yo ka senti ouais moun ça là en place ça là manière yo ba mon service là mon que vibrer là so à l'aise ça là ou ka protecter travail là ou ka faire ça mine pour dire ou pas à casou pas ka faire travail ka dépend en les gouvernement a ben d'autres monde pour ba ou ça ou besoin.
Et puis finalement, le gouvernement Dominica a bâti un projet chimé pour habiter en Belz. Parole celle-là sortie au Parlement pour constituency Saint-Joseph, honorable Kelvin Darrow.
À Belz, naturellement, le projet ça a commencé. Ça, c'est un projet encore pour Fida Road. Et puis, nous avons tous ces jeunes bourgs Belz qui ont employé un projet ça là. Le projet ça là qui coûte $269,000. Et puis, ça, c'est un projet qui est important encore, puis les Eric a passé, il était allé et puis chimé ça là. So, nous tenons pour couper en 9 chimés. Et c'est ça que nous avons fait actuellement. Nous avons fait un projet hot concrete pour rendre ces femmes là pour accès à famille. Et puis, je dis merci pour le contracteur là, il a fait un bon job. Et puis pour le Premier ministre Scary encore. Puis c'est qui fait fonds available pour faire projet ça là. Et puis le projet ça là fini, nous avons un 9 chimé pour ces femmes là hot bells.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à Creole pour à présent. Non, moi, c'est McPherson et Luce. Au revoir.
Here are some simple tips for daily tasks as it relates to care of persons with Alzheimer's disease. A person with Alzheimer's disease might become agitated when one simple task becomes difficult. Here are some simple tips to limit challenges and ease frustration. Schedule wisely. Establish a routine to make each day less agitating and confusing. Take your time. Allow the person with Alzheimer's disease to have frequent breaks. Schedule more time for tasks so that you don't need to hurry him or her.
Involve the person. Allow your loved one to do as much as possible with the least amount of assistance. Provide choices. Fewer options are better, but give the person with Alzheimer's disease choices every day. And provide simple instructions. People with Alzheimer's disease best understand clear one-step communication. Reduce distractions. Turn off the TV and minimize other distractions at mealtime and during conversations to make it easier for the person with Alzheimer's disease to focus.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica.
You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani Saint-Jean.
And I'm Lourianne Graham Carter. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.